Hey guys, Angela with Turo Family Chiropractic and your weekly PSA or Piece of Salutogenic Advice. So this week talking about something that's really important this time of year, which is finding light amidst all of this darkness. And I am actually talking about that quite literally. So this time of year, we know that it is dark a large majority of the day. So a lot of people are waking up and going to work in the dark, coming home and it's dark. The times that we would often spend, doing recreational things in the evening, now it's dark. And so that means two things. One, we're seeing a lot less natural light, which then means two, we're spending a lot more time in artificial lighting. And this is a problem. Anyone who saw my PSA back, a couple months ago, we talked about the circadian rhythm and how that is affected by the natural light. So your sleep-wake cycle is very much affected by two hormones, cortisol and melatonin. And so cortisol is affected by daylight. So it's supposed to peak during the day to have you feeling awake and alert. And then it goes down at night. And melatonin increases in the evening to make you feel relaxed and sleepy and ready to go to bed. And then it goes down in the morning. So they counteract each other. The problem is this time of year, obviously we have a lot more dark time. So that can come with some pretty severe feelings of tiredness, sluggishness, and for a lot of people, what's called seasonal affective disorder, which is basically a seasonal depression that is triggered by this decrease in daylight. And for people who struggle with depression year-round, this time of year can be a lot worse. So this is not an abnormal thing. And then coupled with this year on top of everything, we have a lot less availability of where we can go, what we can do, distractions for ourselves. So we're at home in the dark and not a lot of options. And that artificial light really is so detrimental to that cortisol melatonin balance. So in the summer, it's easy to go out, get some daylight either first thing in the morning or after work hours. But, this time of year, it's a lot more difficult to find that time to get out in the natural light. So what that means is you might have to be a little bit more deliberate about it. If you used to go out for a walk in the morning or in the evening, you might need to try to find time during your day to get that walk in. So, whether that's your lunch break or if you're able to, start your day a little bit later or end your day a little bit earlier, whatever works with your schedule. But you really want to try to get out in the natural daylight once a day if possible. And it doesn't have to be for a long period of time. Just 10 minutes can be really, really beneficial. And the reason for this is that natural daylight, specifically the sunlight, which I know we don't have a lot of this year, so especially if there's a sunny day, make sure you get out. But that sunlight triggers serotonin. And the reason that we have the seasonal affective disorder is that we have a significant drop of serotonin in these winter months because we are not getting a lot of that natural light. So the serotonin, if you're not familiar, is what we kind of think of as the feel-good neurotransmitter. So it's what makes you feel happy, feel good, feel have this positive energy. So without that, it's natural that we would have these feelings of tiredness, of depression, maybe some even anxiety setting in this time of year. So you really, really want to make sure that you're trying to get out and get some of that natural light. Now, if that's not an option, or if it's still not enough to kind of overcome those feelings that you're having, there are actually some options for different types of lamps that are specifically designed for that seasonal affective disorder. Or even if you don't have, if it's not full blown, even if you just find yourself being kind of tired or sluggish this time of year, it could be worth looking into. And these lamps are specifically designed to use a different type of bulb so that the type of light being transmitted isn't quite as harsh as the standard artificial light that we have. So it's a little bit softer. It's meant to reflect the natural sun rays a little bit more. And they range in value depending on, what kind of price range you're looking at. And then there's also options for alarm clocks. I actually purchased one of these recently. So it's a clock that is actually connected to a light. And so you can pick 10, I think up to 30 minutes before your alarm goes off, the light actually comes on and starts to get bright. So then by the time your alarm goes off, the room is fully lit. And this can be really beneficial if you're struggling, with hitting that snooze button a bunch in the morning, having trouble getting out of bed because it's still pitch black when your alarm goes off. So that can be really beneficial for people who have to get up and get up to work when it's still dark out, or maybe you're trying to get a morning workout in and are finding that it's difficult this time of year because it is so dark. Waking up and having that room fully lit is beneficial for that cortisol boost that we want, but it's also beneficial because it's a lot harder to go back to sleep if your room is fully lit than if you're just hitting a snooze button on your alarm clock. And so these are all different options. And then if you're really looking to make an investment, there is what's called red light therapy. And what this does is really, it mimics basically all of the good qualities of the sun. So it has the infrared rays and has all the beneficial properties of the sun without the harmful damaging rays that cause like the sunburn and the skin damage. And so these actually, you can find, usually in a clinical setting, or some spas have them. I'm fortunate enough that my gym actually has one that I'm able to take advantage of, and they can be purchased for at home. They are definitely more expensive, so it really just comes down to whatever investment you're trying to make. But not only are they beneficial for the serotonin and for the seasonal affective disorder and helping that mood and energy, but they have amazing benefits for, regeneration, muscle repair, recovery from exercise. They help with healing of wounds and things like that. So really, really a lot of great benefits. So that would be something, if you're really serious about investing in something at home that can kind of boost overall health, that would definitely be a good investment worth looking into. So overall, the point is that this time of year, it is not easy to get a lot of natural light, to get a lot of good quality light. So you might have to just make a little bit more of an effort to find that natural light, to take a break from the artificial lights, even if it's just turning off the overhead lights for a little bit and, maybe using more of a side lamp, just anything to give yourself a break from these, the strong lights that are coming down on us, and doing something that's a little bit more subtle. Using the natural light as much as you can, until it's absolutely necessary to put those artificial lights on, and getting outside any chance that you get, sunny or not, even if you can't see the sun or feel the sun, still just giving your eyes that break from the artificial lighting, getting that natural light has really, really great benefits. Plus the fresh air has some amazing benefits for your overall health and immunity. So make sure you're taking advantage of any opportunity you have. Bundle up, take the kids out. They don't care about the cold. So, just get out there and enjoy some time away from the screens, away from all the lights and modern technology, and just get out and enjoy what you can of that fresh air and natural scenery. So that is your weekly PSA. As always, thank you guys so much for following along. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. And if you have any questions or comments, please send them our way. And we will see you the same time next week. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe.